Hey guys, welcome to my new channel, Nick Ho. If you're new, welcome. I basically have another channel called Nicholas Ho. This is another channel, kind of a restart. So maybe I get recommended this time. Maybe I get lucky to pop off. You never know. So yeah, this is my second attempt to pop off on YouTube. So for here I'll be doing like random challenges, things like that. It's just random videos, basically like my Nicholas Ho channel. Today's video, I want to be talking about something I've been wanting to talk about for a while. It's about my OCD. If you guys do not know, I have OCD. I wasn't really comfortable with saying it, but I finally wanted to talk about it because some people have requested for me to do it. So by the way, disclaimer, not all my videos will be about mental health issues like that. I mean, it's kind of good, but I'm more focused on like challenges. So this is exceptionally a kind of a serious video. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about my OCD. Hope you enjoy my videos. Do make sure to give it a like, subscribe, or check out my main channel. Maybe blow that up. Hope this blows up, honestly. Okay, but we're gonna talk about my OCD. Bear in mind, I have been dealing with this for like a while. So I'm gonna give like a whole long story. Okay, so ever since I was a young kid, when I was about 4 years old, I started being very obsessive about things. So first of all, my OCD was like when my shirt got wet or someone like sneezed on my shirt. Whenever it was like, it got wet, I just didn't like water. So every time it got wet, I would change. So it would be crazy. I would change like so many shirts a day until like at most like three or four. That's a lot. Like even one drop or someone sneezed at me, I changed. It was really bad. So that was around when I was a young kid. That lasted when I was around until 5, I think. It was kind of a short phase I had there. It was like that. I only remember that. Before that, I don't really know there were others. But this is where my parents told me it started. I basically changed shirts like every so often, like almost a few times a day. I remember it was bad because I'll get upset over like, I don't know, a wet shirt. But now I like don't even care because and then later on when I was about 5, can't really remember what happened. But I remember I had this phase around when I started primary school. I kept washing my hands. I couldn't stop washing my hands. That's a very typical OCD sign right there. I couldn't stop washing my hands. I'll literally take a very long time. Couldn't stop. I would need like someone to like tell me that okay, you have to stop now. That was really bad. It lasted for a few years, and then that one didn't really stop. Sometimes now honestly I take very long to wash because I want it to be very clean. So I like sometimes, but I don't really have that issue now. Sometimes it comes to an anxious, but it isn't so serious when I used to. Like I literally kept washing. I couldn't stop. I'll get so upset when I had to stop washing. So that was when I was around primary school, around P1, P2, and then after that when I was like maybe P3, P4. I remember normally during when I go for vacations, I get like these OCDs to like. I remember this was pretty bad also. I had to look at a certain part of certain thing for a long time until I viewed it correctly, and then I'll move away. So that delayed, like I was going on vacation. It was almost delaying the flight and everything. It was really bad. So I remember keep in mind the washing hand phase lasted for quite a long time. So somewhere around there, went to see the psychologist. I think somewhere when I was P3, went to see a doctor and stuff like that to get, because this part of this is normally my anxiety. When I got pre-anxious, I normally have these behaviors. So I went to get some medicine probably when I was around P3, P4, around there, when I was like 10. But then I remember in 2016 when we had a big vacation, I was really bad. The whole vacation I had to keep doing things. It basically delayed me for like a lot of things. Like there's one example, I had to keep zipping up and down my pants so many times. I know it's kind of weird, but these are actual things I deal with. So I kept zipping up and down my pants. I'll do it in public. It was very weird. I couldn't stop. I'll get really upset. This was really bad. It basically ruined my whole vacation. That was my biggest vacation, by the way. That was when I went to Canada, Vancouver. Yeah, that was a pretty cool vacation. But anyways, it was really bad back then. Kept unzipping and zipping my pants. But like everywhere I go out, I'll take the chance to. So my parents like had to stop me, and it went out of hand. I mean, on that trip, there were other obsessive behaviors that I had. Probably because I was anxious of the new place or something. But there were a lot of obsessive behavior that I remember of that trip. And then after that, 2017, I remember I had a thing for like a 1 year. It lasted for really short, where I have to like say and picture things properly. So I have to picture my image in my mind until it's like good before I like move away. It wasn't that serious. I didn't tell anyone about that. It wasn't that bad. So about then it stopped. And then yeah, so I mean, I've been dealing with this, like different phases of things for my whole thing. Oh yeah, another one was, I think on vacation I had to keep like velcroing, because back then didn't wear shoelace shoes, I wore velcro shoes. Now I was a young kid, so I had to keep velcroing the shoes until I feel like it's tight enough. I think I may have broke the velcro, because I had to keep like doing it and undoing it until it's like I feel like it's tight. I mean, it was bad. Okay, all these happened during the vacation also to Canada, so you know, it sucks. And then I feel like the pattern is, it normally happens to me when I'm on vacation or something like that. I mean, it just was probably anxious or something. So yeah, back then 2017 I was really on medication for my anxiety and stuff like that. And then my OCD was kind of better back then. 2016 was that. Then after it was a while, that my picturing phase, saying phase, that one was okay. Didn't need to worry. Lasted for like until 2018. 2019, yeah, middle of 2019 till this day, this was probably the longest one. The picturing thing came back, but even more serious. I had to keep picturing this image, a certain image, till I got it right. Like if something disrupted me, I would get angry. So in 2019, the cause of that was probably my PSLE. I was very stressed that year. I had to keep picturing things. If I didn't, I would sometimes get so angry and like scream. I mean, that year I was dealing with a lot of things, so that was a pretty shitty year, I would say. And then after that, I kept picturing this thing, and then after I keep telling me, okay, this might be the last time, because I want to like sustain it so that I don't picture as long as possible. So I try to stop myself. So yeah, till this day, I'm still taking the medicine every night, because it's kind of bad, you know. It's very difficult, but then with the medicine, I'm able to control it. I haven't done any picturing for about a year. The last time I did it was quarantine. I'm gonna get to there. So yeah, I keep picturing, especially through the end of the year when there's PSLE and stuff like that. And then after that I felt like I had to keep repeating stuff until I said it properly. So I feel bad for everything I do, so I have to like report it. So I kept repeating my words until I felt like I got it right. So, and then yeah, I just kept repeating my words. Yeah, that was a bad phase. That was probably the most tiring thing, along with picturing. Those were very bad. I would get upset multiple times. The saying and picturing things, it will take hours of my day just to do it, and if I don't do it, I get upset. And then I had many conditions, like I had to picture when the sky was bright, no rain, everyone's doing things I like. And then till this day, if there are things, shut up dog, if there are things that triggered me, like example, if I go to a place which I find dangerous or something like that, a place that I associate with something bad, I may get that pictures. But recently, it's under control. I've been to multiple places this year I hate, but that didn't come back. I'm very proud of myself. Small accomplishments with OCD, they are very good, you know, cause like it's very difficult. It's a thing that will keep on happening. You cannot really stop it. So I've seen the psychologist, but luckily nowadays I don't have to see him that often. End of the year, end of 2019. So yeah, at the end of the year, after PSLE, I went to Tokyo. So the saying things got better. But in like September, I had to keep repeating things for many hours to say it correctly. And then if I do something, I'll say. And then it's like a non-stop cycle. That happened until like it stopped last year in like July, August, somewhere there. And then but in 2019 I went to Tokyo. Got anxious because I remember this incident. Got anxious because I hate old places. When I go to old places, I may get that because I think they're like haunted or some shit. So yeah, I went to this place which it was pretty old, not gonna lie. So I got really upset. I wanted to picture. I started picturing, and then after that I feel like, okay, I need to picture later. And then after that I couldn't stop picturing. And then after, I feel like when I came home I need to picture. Okay, so here's the thing. Because when I picture something, I felt that I have to picture it in a place I like. So if the thing came back in a place I hate, I have to wait for me to go back into a place I like to do it again. So once I start, I feel like I have to end it in a place I like, in a good condition. So I try not to start it these days, because if not I have the urge to do it again. But I'm doing very good. It sometimes comes, I never give in to it. I'm very proud of myself. Yeah, so I just like deal with it. In Tokyo, there's one time that my whole vacation, for my whole end vacation, I tried to distract myself. I was kind of distracted, but I was still pretty upset because I was picturing. Because of one time I started, I felt like I couldn't stop, so I felt I want to go back home to do it again. So that was in the middle of my trip, keep in mind. That was a pretty long trip. So I was like, okay, I have to wait until I go home to do it. That was really long, felt very uncomfortable. Sometimes just waiting things out to do it again, because sometimes I need to tell myself to stop. I cannot keep doing this obsessive behavior. So I told myself to stop. And then after I feel like I have to come back to do it. And then within that time period, it's very uncomfortable. Freaking uncomfortable. If you guys deal with this. So I was like, okay, wait, I stretched it. The thing with this is you have to stretch it. Also don't stop the thoughts. Because once you stop the thoughts, you don't try to control it. It will get basically the prevention to this, not prevention, some so-called cure. So let it come whenever it comes. Do not try and stop it. I mean, these days I let it come. I don't even give in to it. I don't even start it purposely. Just let it come. Okay. So yeah, when I got back from Tokyo to like June of 2020, that was end of 2019. Keep in mind. So to that part to like June, I kept telling myself, okay, this is my last time. I'll not ever picture. Okay. So I told myself I will not relapse. But I failed, I got upset. And then I failed, got upset. And then I failed, then I tried to stretch myself to not do it for a while, like after I did it. So after I did it, there was some times where I felt like I had to do it, then I stretched myself to do it another time. And then after that, okay, that was great. Because I like stretched myself. It's very uncomfortable. But then, okay, and then I gotta do it again. Somewhere in April I stopped this. I feel like I let it come whenever I want. I will not start. I'll not give in. I haven't relapsed since then. I'm doing pretty good. And the same thing, I also never do that again. It basically stopped. But the same thing also kept continuing. It was very bad last year during quarantine. I had to keep repeating things again. It was sometimes I would spend till like 1 a.m. repeating things over and over again. It was very bad, very tiring, get upset. The picturing in 2019 was especially bad. So like last year, April, I remember the last time I did it so far. I'm trying not to ever do it again. When it comes, I'll let it come. So that in April, it was, that was basically my last time so-called. And then I put a note, I don't know, somewhere here. Then I put it in front of my desk. I say, okay, do not picture. Let it come whenever it wants. Don't give in to it. So I just let it naturally flow. Don't give in to it. I've been doing pretty good, like I said. And for the saying, it died off after a while. But the saying one was pretty bad, I would say, last year. After the picturing was over, the saying. Okay, so here's the weird thing. If I'm not picturing, these two are my OCDs last year constantly. If I'm not picturing, I would be saying. If I'm not saying, I'd be picturing. So like alternate, like switch between both. It was really bad. Last year was pretty shitty, but 2019 was the worst. Was when my picturing saying started. I would never go back to that time ever again. This year, I'd say I'm much more happier. Doing good, never pictured, never say. I had probably other OCD behaviors this year. But other than that, I'm much better. So yeah, that's basically my story of my OCD throughout the years. Do give it a like and try not to make fun about these, because these are real. People go through these. So hope you enjoyed me sharing. If you have similar experience, comment down below. And hope you enjoyed my videos. Hope you enjoyed your stay here. A lot more to come after my exams. Check out my main channel if you're new. Yep, that's basically my story. Hope you can relate to it. Peace out. Much more to come. Let's go.